If you're over 60, chances are you've noticed something in the mirror lately that quietly bothers you. Maybe your skin feels a little thinner than it used to. Maybe it looks a bit more dull by the end of the day, even though you're drinking your usual glasses of water. Here's something most people never get told. After 60, plain water alone often isn't enough to keep your skin looking and feeling the way it used to. It's not that water stops working. It's that your body's needs quietly shift as you age, and very few people ever hear about it. But there's a simple, inexpensive ingredient, something you probably already have in your kitchen right now, that when added to your water, may help support your skin from the inside out. No expensive creams, no complicated routine, just one small change to something you're already doing every single day. And the interesting part is, most people walk right past this ingredient in the grocery store without ever realizing what it can do. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what this ingredient is, why it matters so much more after 60, and the simple way to start using it today. But first, let's talk about what's really happening to your skin as you get older, and why so many people are missing the early signs without even knowing it. Let's talk about what's actually happening beneath the surface, because most people never learn this. Your skin is your body's largest organ, and it depends heavily on hydration to stay strong, flexible, and resilient. But here's the part that catches people off guard. As you move into your 60s and beyond, your skin naturally starts losing some of its ability to hold onto moisture. It's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's simply part of how the body changes over time. Collagen production slows down. The outer layer of your skin becomes thinner. And something called your skin's natural moisture barrier, the part that locks hydration in and keeps irritants out, doesn't work quite as efficiently as it once did. So even if you're drinking the same 8 glasses of water you always have, you might notice your skin doesn't respond the way it used to. Does any of this sound familiar? Maybe you've noticed your skin feels tight after a shower, even with lotion. Maybe fine lines seem to show up more when you're a little dehydrated, or your skin looks noticeably better on some days than others, and you can't quite figure out why. Many people blame this entirely on aging, as if nothing can be done. But that's not the full story. Here's something else worth knowing. Plain water hydrates you? Yes. But it doesn't always stay in your system long enough to fully support your skin. Your body uses water for dozens of jobs at once: digestion, circulation, temperature regulation, kidney function, and by the time it gets around to your skin, there may not be as much left to work with as you'd think. This is exactly why so many people over 60 feel like they're doing everything right and still don't see the results they're hoping for. So the real question becomes, is there something simple you could add to your water, something natural, that helps your body actually use that hydration more effectively, especially for your skin? As it turns out, there is. And understanding why it works starts with clearing up one very common misunderstanding. Part 2. Here's the misconception. Most people believe that hydration is only about how much water you drink. More glasses, better skin, simple math, right? But that's not quite how your body works, especially after 60. The truth is, hydration isn't just about volume. It's about how well your body holds onto the water you drink and how efficiently it gets delivered to the places that need it most, including your skin. You can drink plenty of water and still end up losing a lot of it quickly, especially if you're active, if you take certain medications, or if you simply don't retain fluids as efficiently as you did decades ago. This is where the ingredient comes in. We're talking about chia seeds. I know that might sound surprising. Chia seeds tend to get filed under smoothie ingredient or health trend, not something connected to your skin. But stick with me, because the reason they matter has nothing to do with trends and everything to do with simple biology. When chia seeds are added to water, something interesting happens. They absorb liquid and form a soft, gel-like coating around themselves. That gel isn't just texture, it actually helps slow down how quickly water moves through your digestive system. Instead of that water passing through quickly, it lingers a little longer. giving your body more time to absorb and distribute it, including to your skin. Chia seeds are also a natural source of soluble fiber and a small amount of minerals your body uses to help regulate fluid balance. And because they're mostly flavorless, they blend easily into a glass of water without changing the way it tastes. Here's a relatable example. Picture a man named Frank, 72 years old, who drank water all day out of habit, but always felt his skin looked tired by the afternoon. He wasn't dehydrated in the traditional sense. His body just wasn't holding on to that hydration long enough to make a visible difference. Once he started stirring a spoonful of chia seeds into his morning water, letting it sit for a few minutes to gel slightly, he began noticing his skin felt less tight by the end of the day within a couple of weeks. Again, this isn't a miracle transformation. It's not a cure for aging skin. But it illustrates something important. It's not always about drinking more water. It's about helping your body use the water you're already drinking more effectively. And here's the surprising part. This isn't about replacing your regular water intake. It's about upgrading a glass or two you're already drinking, turning ordinary water into something your body can actually hold on to a little longer. That leads to something even more useful: exactly how to prepare this, how much to use, and the small mistakes that quietly reduce its benefits. Let's talk about how to actually do this, because the way you prepare it matters just as much as the ingredient itself. Start simple. Add about 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to a glass of water, roughly 8 to 12 ounces. Here's the part most people get wrong right away. They stir it in and drink it immediately. But chia seeds need time to do their job. Give it at least 10 to 15 minutes, stirring once or twice, so the seeds can absorb the liquid and form that gel-like texture. Some people prefer to let it sit longer, even overnight in the refrigerator, which creates a thicker, more pudding-like consistency some folks actually enjoy. Timing matters too. Many people find the most benefit from having this in the morning, on an empty stomach, before coffee or breakfast. This gives your body a head start on hydration for the day, rather than trying to catch up later in the afternoon when your skin may already be feeling the effects of a busy day. Now here's a mistake worth mentioning. Some people add chia seeds directly to a glass and drink it too quickly, without enough water. Because the seeds continue absorbing liquid even after you drink them, this can occasionally feel uncomfortable, especially if you're not used to fiber. The fix is easy. Always use enough water, at least a full glass, and increase slowly if you're new to this. Start with a teaspoon for the first few days before working up to a full tablespoon. Another detail many people overlook: where you buy your chia seeds matters less than how you store them. Keep them in a sealed container in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight, so they stay fresh and don't develop a bitter taste over time. Here's something else worth knowing. Chia seeds also contain small amounts of antioxidants, compounds that help protect your skin's cells from everyday wear and tear. While they're not a replacement for sunscreen or a balanced diet, that extra layer of support can add up over time, especially when combined with consistent hydration. Consistency, more than perfection, is what tends to make the biggest difference. You don't need to do this every single day to notice a change. Even 4 or 5 mornings a week can be enough to build a helpful habit. The same way a short walk or a few minutes of stretching adds up over weeks and months. One more note, especially important if you take blood thinners, have swallowing difficulties, or manage diabetes. Chia seeds can interact with certain medications and affect blood sugar levels. So this is exactly the kind of simple change worth mentioning to your doctor first, just to make sure it fits well with your specific health picture. Small, thoughtful additions like this one, done consistently, are often what quietly separates people who feel like their skin is fighting them from those who feel steady, comfortable, and confident in their own skin well into their 70s and beyond. And that brings us to what this all means for you, starting with your very next glass of water. Here's what I want you to remember from everything we've covered today. Your skin isn't asking for anything complicated. It's not asking for expensive creams, elaborate routines, or hours of extra effort. It's simply asking for a little more support in doing what water was always meant to do, hydrate you fully. All the way down to the surface, people see every single day. You don't need to overhaul your habits. You don't need to give up your morning coffee or add 10 new steps to your routine. You just need 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, a little patience while it gels, and a willingness to try something small and different. Think back to Frank, the man we talked about earlier. His story wasn't dramatic. He didn't wake up one morning with completely different skin. It was gradual, quiet progress, a little less tightness, a little more comfort, a little more confidence when he looked in the mirror. That's usually how real change works. Not overnight miracles, but small, steady habits that build on each other. So tomorrow morning, before your coffee, before your day gets busy, consider stirring a spoonful of chia seeds into your water and letting it sit for a few minutes. Give your body the extra time it needs to actually use that hydration instead of losing it too quickly. And if you're managing diabetes, take blood thinners, or have any swallowing concerns, take a moment to mention this to your doctor first. A quick conversation can help you move forward with confidence, not guesswork. You've spent decades taking care of everyone else around you. This is one small, simple way to take care of yourself, starting with something as ordinary as a glass of water. If this video helped you look at your morning routine a little differently, consider sharing it with someone you love, a parent, a sibling, a friend who might appreciate this same gentle reminder. And if you'd like more simple, practical habits like this one, stick around because there's more valuable information waiting for you. Here's to feeling a little more comfortable in your own skin, one glass at a time.